The Steph Steen files are people are hunting for them. People are hunting for them. And I saw a video today. I haven't watched the whole video. I literally just saw this, listen to this audio clip, and to be interacting with it. The reason why I didn't watch the full video is I don't want to just make all the same points as him, if in case I do. So go watch the Pope be Frank. So obviously this guy has been. Look, I'm gonna be real. It's a fair question to ask. I'm asking former players. Like it takes balls to do. It's not something I would do. And I'm kind of glad people are, and I'm glad someone like him is doing it. Checking with like checking with like players on the team to make sure that Steph is as bad as we say, or with Vanderbilt, maybe it was a situation where she was fine. It was just a bad situation all around. But let's take a listen here. Let's take a listen.
Going on behind the scenes in the locker room with the Indiana Fever? What's happening? Then I interviewed a former Vanderbilt player who had a lot to say about what was going on inside of their locker room while Stephanie White was there. And let's just say it sounds eerily familiar. I'll let you hear it for yourself. Okay, here we go. Let's play this clip. No further ado.
Yeah, basically up, down. So, down and back, down and back, down and back, down and back. We'd probably run about 40 of those and then have to go play a game. Our star players would be hurt all the time. They weren't taken care of the way they needed to be taken care of. Film was pointless. Most of the time, her film was incorrect. Like, it would be like, oh, she's not a shooter, we're not going to guard her, and then she'd make 10 threes against us.
I have to say this. That is not always on film. I'll give Stephanie White some leeway there because Georgia Amore was shooting 14% from three and she went 4 for 4. It's like blaming Nakase. Was it the Valkyries where Olivia Miles hit the 8 threes? It's like blaming whoever. I think it was Nakase. Nakase for like not guarding Olivia Miles high when she was shooting 11% from three at that time. So, like, sometimes you can do everything right as far as tape is concerned, and it just doesn't work. So that's one of the things I will say. Sometimes non-shooters just go off against you.
And she'd have an all-time scoring game. What else? We didn't really go over what we did wrong ever, honestly. We just kind of watched. We didn't really break anything down the way we should have, I don't think. Practices were entirely too long. Like, we're in there for over the time, like 4 hours, 4.5 hours of practice. Didn't matter. And she'd run us to death. So then our legs are tired for the game. Nobody can, just not good at managing a team. Yeah, I don't know how to explain it. But my last straw was, golly, the straw that broke the camel's back, I suppose, is I got in trouble, I think, one time because I was in my therapy session and it went over a little bit. So I was a little bit late for practice and my therapist called and told her, like, hey, she's going to be late. We went a little bit over today, but, she needed it, mentally. And I still got punished. I had 2 weeks of punishment. So I had to wake up every morning at 4 a.m., get to the gym and work out and do all this crazy, insane cardio and ridiculous workouts for being late to practice because I was in my therapy session. So that was the last straw. My friend actually ended up going to the psych ward while we were at Vanderbilt. Yeah, it was just a really toxic environment, very toxic environment. Teammates were put against each other. She would tell certain teammates things and then another person this. It was just strange. Just all.
If the punish for a therapy session lasting too long is real, again, this is not a named person. I really hope this isn't real. If that is real, Stephanie White shouldn't have got the Connecticut Sun job, let alone the Fever job. Like, she shouldn't have even got the Sun job. I'm going to be real. Like, if that's true, that's crazy. Sovicon previously had their punished with suicides with messing up during some long green defense practice, so all this sounds familiar. I mean, that happens. Like, that's a normal basketball thing. Like, there's within reason. There is within reason. And in Steph's defense, none of the players have alluded to Steph being anything other than exceptional as far as dealing with all the shit off the court, dealing with the players' mental health. Not one of the players has had a negative word to say about Steph in that regard. So we got to be real. This, even if this is real, I think there are certain things that isn't 2026 Steph. But it sounds like from this that there definitely are. There are other stories. It's just one player, and there definitely are issues with 2021 Steph that kind of gone over. It does feel, and it doesn't feel like this is an intentional thing, but it's like the pitting players against each other type thing. It does feel in general that like Kelsey Mitchell and Caitlin Clark have been pit against each other. We used to call them Splash Sisters. It does feel like they've been pit against each other. How about some film rooms that are suicides? This is so much worse than I thought. They're in actual hell. And look, the fact is that no, they wouldn't have all tried to come back if it was this bad. If it was this bad last year, they wouldn't have all tried to come back. And in Steph's defense, it feels like the Fever, Steph, everybody. We saw it last year, Caitlin as well. The Fever basically succeeded with a us against the world mentality. They were unbelievably close. They were giant killers. All of those things. They were giant killers. There was a lot of really positive things. And about the Indiana Fever and the way their culture was. It's very difficult to have an us against the world underdog culture when you're when you're an underperforming team with expectations versus a team punching above your weight with no expectations. If any of this is true, she shouldn't be coaching MW. That's like making teams run before games is dumb coaching. Like that shouldn't be. It's not this crazy allegation. Release of Epstein files. Former player of Steph White's at Vanderbilt. Ty Sophie Cunningham. This will be in a job report that goes on record, so the Sun hired her in spite of this, knowing all that's on record. I don't think this is going to be on record, but I do think the fact that 9 of your players transferred prior to the portal, prior to like the no sit out a year, so 9 players chose to not play basketball for a year instead of play for you, which matters. But like, this isn't good. This isn't good, and I'm going to be real. My only fear is that Steph White, as a WNBA coach, has never done a bad job anywhere. She hasn't. She got the Fever to a final. She did a good job in Connecticut. But it's one of those things. One is believe anyone can record this. Exactly. This could be a case where this was old Stephanie White. This isn't Stephanie White now. Or this could literally be a case where this is what Steph White reverts into when things are going badly. But she's not that when things are going well. I don't know. I think it's very clear something went on at Vanderbilt, and that might be an isolated situation, but you just never know. This is a weird situation. Obviously, with a microscope being on the Fever, this doesn't help. She's not. All I can say is at least she's better than Tyler Marsh. We are not arguing. We are never going to argue that she's worse than Male Christie Sides. Male Christie Sides is infinitely worse. Infinitely worse. Tyler Marsh is so bad. He is so bad as a basketball coach. Anyway, yeah, I'll see you guys.